Maybe. Okay, there we go. I was like, hang on, wait, hang on. Okay, I'm not going to waste a ton of time. Guys, you know the deal. I'm excited. I hope D. Brooks is excited.
Definitely excited.
I just want to start off the quick 16, rapid fire, 16 questions, 16 minutes. I want to be in and out. Bring bring some of our folks over to you, obviously, because, dude, you have great content. And right now, tell them what you're doing. Tell them what's going on.
All right. So right now we're doing Nonstop November. We're dropping daily content, live stream or video. I also do a daily live stream every morning in addition to that. So you're getting sometimes double dose.
Dude, it's awesome. It is awesome. Yeah. So tell them who you are. Tell them where they can find you, and then we'll get into it.
All right. I'm D. Brooks. I'm out of Ohio. I work on cars, old school cars, mainly GM. I do a lot of LS swap type stuff. But we explore with carburetors, and you can find me at youtube.com/dbrooks or Instagram /Dewan_Brooks.
There you go.
We'll put that in the description or something. So
yeah, I'll put it down there eventually. I haven't done that for hardly anybody, so everybody be paying attention. I'll get better at that. I want to say hey to Justin Chestnut, who I'm co-piloting with for Sick Week 2022. It's going to be so exciting. LS Chevy Rider 254 up in here. Yep, he's on Wednesday night. I'm so excited to have him. It's going to be cool. Van Dunn's in here. All right, dude, you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right. What was your first car, man?
My first car was a Pontiac Trans Am, 1982.
What? Dude, who turns their kid loose into that 82 Trans Am?
So it's kind of a downer story, but it was my dad's and he passed away. And I kind of my grandma kept it around for me.
Yeah,
it
man.
Wasn't the first car I drove.
Yeah.
I had to get it going. My first car I was actually driving was a LeBaron.
So. Oh, even cooler. I mean, dude, that's so. We're gonna go over car fleet here in a minute. But what's your number one? If you're gonna work on one car, what's the one you're working on?
Just because of the pressure right now, I need to finish my LS swapped Buick Regal. It's a 1987. It's what started my YouTube channel. So that's top priority, even though it doesn't seem like it all the time.
Hey, you got to have content. Nonstop November, you got to have stuff. What's the most recent car you've purchased?
Well, you guys are in for a treat because we just made a transaction and really no one else knows this, so it's kind of an exclusive.
Yes.
I traded my Monte Carlo for two cars, so kind of two purchases at once, but 85 Buick Regal T-Type and a Camaro Sport Coupe, so it's just a V6 Camaro 5-speed. Kind of interesting. We'll see what happens.
What year's the Camaro?
It's a 86.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. So third gen. And then what's the plan? Is the T-Type still Turbo 6, or are you gonna LS Turbo it?
It's still V6 right now.
Cool.
I don't know the condition of the engine. I was told it turns over and everything, but I haven't dug into it yet. So,
dude, that's cool. I can't wait to see the build on that thing. Yeah. Well, no, here I just completely skipped this one. How about the whole list of cars? What all you got? If we were going to say the car fleet, what do you got?
So we're 3 Regals. One of them is the T-Type. And then I have one that's LS swapped. And then I have one that's got a small block Chevy. One Monte Carlo SS, a Mazda B2200, a Cutlass Supreme, a Silverado, and a Ford Focus, and a Caprice Classic. I forgot about the Caprice.
So what's the Focus in the mix of all of that? Like,
the Focus is the daily. It's the money maker.
There you go.
It's the studio.
Yeah, dude. So what's so funny? I know folks are tired of hearing me say this, but dude, I daily a 93 Tercel when it's raining or any of my projects are down. So right now I'm dailying a 93 Tercel.
Got to.
Yep. That's funny. So what's your favorite car you've owned so far?
I would have to say I had a 2000 Civic Si that was LS VTEC Turbo, and it was a blast. It was a blast.
Yeah, dude, those cars with like 350 or 400 are rocket ships, man.
It was crazy. Unreal.
That's awesome. So we talked about your daily driver being kind of the Focus.
Yep.
And that's typically, is that what we're seeing you in the mornings for the live streams? Yep. That's awesome. How about one of your favorite car stories?
Can it be a movie?
Sure.
So one of my favorite car stories Man, I was gonna say a movie, but then I don't. This is a tough one. I'm gonna say. Man, I'm drawing a blank on this one.
Oh man,
there's so many. There's so many.
I was gonna say, come on, you got to have them late night dirt road stories, like you and your buddies jump a ditch.
Oh, my story. Okay.
Yeah, your story, man. What was the time you almost died? There's got to be a few of them.
Okay, I used to have a Tercel, just like, maybe not just like yours, but it was $500. Had in high school, and we used to go out and drift it with the e-brake in the wintertime. We had so much fun. It was like indestructible. I never changed the oil, just kept topping it off. And yeah, we got it stuck one time, but we got it unstuck, and then we kept thrashing. I swear the tires were only 4 inches wide.
Maybe 4 inches wide. Yeah, dude, those things, they're crazy. I pulled the dipstick the other day because it had when I turned it off, it clattered a little bit. I pulled the dipstick. There's no oil on the dipstick at all. I was like, oh shit. So I poured a cord in, and we've been driving it ever since. I didn't even check it after I put the cord in. What's the fastest mile per hour you've been?
135 on a motorcycle. It was the R6 when I was, I'm a big guy, but it was when I was smaller. Yeah, back.
Hey, dude, the R6 will still take you to 135.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's awesome. I see you, Vino, Rat Rods. I got to get that dude in here too. He's got some cool stories. So when or what is your next race or event that you're going to attend? Well,
we were just talking about this, spitballing it a little bit, but I think my next thing is going to be like a little pop-up meet at my shop. We're going to come out with details on that, but I'm hoping in the spring. We also do car events in Delaware, but my next big event is going to be my event, I think.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm excited to hear that. Now, but let's tell them where they can find some stuff about the shop too, because you guys, you do that. What's the name of the shop, and then, website, social, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so the shop is Flair Motorsports. You can find it on flairmotorsports.com. Obviously, I plug it a lot on my YouTube channel. Yeah. So anytime you watch a video, I'm always putting that in the end, in the beginning. And pretty much it's just a one-man band right now. Yeah. I've done a couple swaps for some people, and that's what we fly under. That's our LLC. So
yeah, dude,
that's it.
Hey, man, that's why we built Narcoleptic. One was as a tax shelter, like we wanted to protect our stuff. One, and then it makes it. I could build the name Mike Narks, but it's just so much more fun, to have my brother, and you're not trying to explain all that stuff to everybody and everything. So Flair Motorsports makes sense. I was watching some videos. You guys did some stuff with Cat Loco and what was the big Cadillac? Was it a Brougham?
Yeah, the Fleetwood Brougham.
Yeah.
Yep. So we did an LS swap, and that had a 425 in it when he brought it in with a bad rear main seal.
Nice. Yep. Yeah, and dude, it's cheaper to put an LS in it than probably put a rear main seal in that big block caddy. Yeah. I can only imagine. That's cool. Who's your biggest inspiration?
Ooh, like in life?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so my biggest inspiration in life would have to be my mom, because she, brought me into this world, carried me around and everything like that. Yeah. So that's my biggest inspiration.
That's awesome.
And on YouTube, I'm just going to give a second answer. On YouTube, it was probably Chris Jones, Beast Mode Jones. He's on YouTube, and Rich Piana back in the day. I don't know if you guys know who those guys are.
No, I'll be looking those up for sure. I'm just going to spin off of that just a little bit. What made you start recording?
Literally, I was watching Chris Jones, all these fitness vloggers back in the day. I used to be into fitness. That was like what I used to want to do. Right. And I actually have a fitness YouTube channel, but we don't use it anymore. And they inspired me, man. I was like, that's so cool. The vlog. I didn't even know what vlogging was, but it was just cool watching them like just share their life with us. So
and I think that's what's going to be really cool about, like, as I don't know how old you are, but I'm 40. As my generation grows and ages, like how that will change as far as dude, I would watch YouTube all the time in the house. You know what I mean? Just because it's like, it's always going. Okay, sorry. We're going 9.5 minutes. What's the closest tool to you right now?
Dang, right now? My tripod.
Yes.
Tripod. It's part of the fleet. It's part of the, shop.
Yeah, man, couldn't do that without it. I'm not even going to tell everybody what my camera is set up on. It's set up on like a little tube stand right now. What's one tool you can't live without?
Milwaukee ratchet.
The little power 90-degree. Yeah, man, that thing's so nice.
Love it.
So I think I probably know the answer to this, but are you a naturally aspirated, nitrous, or boost guy?
I love boost. It's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon to the channel.
Yes, you're going to be part of the Whistle Gang too, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whistle Gang. Shout out
That's
to
right.
the Whistle Gang.
That's right. What car part have you broken the most? This is a new question that I want to give a shout out to Richard Edward, Dirty Panda. He's dropped it in every time. I think it's a great one. So what part have you broke the most?
It has to be transmissions. I've been through a lot of transmissions.
So let me ask this then. Does that mean you're gonna figure out how to work on trans, like you're gonna rebuild your trans, or you still gonna take it? I don't know. Do you even take it to somebody? I take mine to people.
We roll the dice on transmission, so half the time I don't even know if they're good when I'm putting them in. But I got some friends that really want me to start learning how to work on transmission. So maybe down the road we'll go down there, try that out.
Dude, I think if as a hobbyist, if you can do trans and wiring, you can do anything. Like people will bring you stuff. You'll always be able to make money because you can wire somebody's car. And then obviously putting a trans together, I don't feel like is that hard. But, dude, there's some magic and wizardry in there for sure.
For sure.
When you're taking apart an old car, are you a WD-40 or PB Blaster kind of guy?
I would say I'm a WD-40 guy.
Nice. You're in the majority at this point now. I think PB Blaster has been put on the back. And the last couple of folks have actually answered a little more. You a gloves or bare hands kind of guy?
I'm a gloves guy. If you go back to my very beginning, I was wearing gloves before the price hike. I used to wear gloves, but now I can't afford them. I used to always wear the 5 mil gloves.
Yeah. So we used to always buy 9 mil at Harbor Freight, and then the pandemic happened, and like they donated all the gloves they got, and you couldn't get them. I was in the other day and was like, oh man, they've got a whole rack of them. I go over to buy them. They're 3 times what they were. I was like, you bastards.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. All right. So Cortez here's asking, he said, can you admit to a car buying addiction? You can't admit to that. Admitting is part of the problem. All right, dude, we
like them.
Yeah, we got 3.5 minutes. What can folks expect from your channel? Because I know what to expect. I expect awesomeness and cool cars and things like that. But like, what can everybody expect that hadn't seen anything?
Well, like you said, awesomeness and cool cars, but also lifestyle. I want to present to you guys that, right now I'm a working man just like everybody else, and just a normal guy trying to work my way up. And, you can flip your cars, trade your cars, sell your cars, build your cars, whatever it takes to get what you want. And as long as you stay focused, you can accomplish that.
You mean people have to stay focused? They can't ADHD these car things either?
If you want to ADHD it, that's exactly what I'm doing. But, I'm showing you if you ADHD it, you won't get there. But if you stay focused, you can obviously get there. Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, my brother has a little bit of car ADHD, and he pops around. And the only reason I don't have a bunch of different project cars because I can't afford it. So that's my biggest struggle is like, man, I just, the Narcs cart we bought with people like donated money and bought shirts. I'm like, I need to do that a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. All right, so you're in Ohio. What big events are up there? You were talking about before we started on here. You were talking about Good Guys, and but there's a ton of events. Would you consider Ohio the Northeast? Is that?
I consider it the Midwest, and I rep it hard. So yeah, I definitely consider it the Midwest blue collar gang.
Yeah, and
it's a very, it's the Rust Belt. We live in the Rust Belt, and everything is hard knuckles. You're breaking bolts with PB Blaster or WD-40, or you're heating them up. So
they can't be tight if they're liquid.
Yeah, you cut them off. I don't know how many things I've cut off with the grinder. I just had to cut some wheels off last week. So yeah,
damn.
Yeah, we had like the Dayton spokes on the Caprice, and the spinner got stuck. So the ears, they broke off, and then it's like, how do you get this off?
Yeah,
you can't beat it off. You got to cut it off. So.
Dude, that's crazy. So, because on those, on the like a true Dayton, like it bolts to the hub, and then it's a center bearing, right, or something, and the spinner's on.
Yeah,
or the little spinner
threads on there, and then these were like some cheaper ones, so the actual spinner must have not have been like the harder steel, because when I hit it with you use a lead hammer, and even with the lead hammer, the ears broke off. So it's like, how do you get it off now?
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'll have to go back. Did you record that? Please tell me you recorded that.
We did a live stream, so you may be able to go back and see the before. I didn't give him an after. I'm gonna give him an after.
There you go. Yeah. And then Danny in here saying he saw that on a Facebook page. Dude, we got 40 seconds left. Man, this thing flies by. Plus, I'm all over the place tonight. What else, man? Where can people find you that are just now jumping in here?
Yeah, if you guys didn't catch it before, make sure you guys check me out on Instagram, Dewan_Brooks or youtube.com/dbrooks. And you guys can find me just how it's spelled on the screen here. So, yeah. And
then, so I'm putting that up in the comments. We've got about 12 seconds here. And then the D Brooks on YouTube. And then you're like, what, 1,700, 1,750 subs on YouTube? Okay, y'all go sub right now. We got to end this. All right, hang on. Stay with me.